Hello guys, welcome to my channel Ivagas Online. If this is your first time here, I want you to subscribe. So today I'm here with Adams, who is going to actually run us through his Chevening application and processes way back in Ghana and how he was awarded a fully funded scholarship in UK to pursue his master's by the Chevening Secretariat. So Adams, welcome to my channel, and I'm glad you honored my invitation. So can you tell us more about yourself and what you currently doing?
Okay, thank you guys. Welcome for another session or another episode of Ivagas on YouTube. Okay, my name is Adam Seidu and I'm from Ghana. I'm a practicing nurse as well as a professional physician assistant. Had my undergrad degree at the University of Cape Coast, where I met Evans and I built a good networking relationship with Evans.
Yeah.
Then from there, I decided to pursue further studies in the UK, but due to inadequate funding, I have to start tracking and searching for scholarships. So fortunately for me, I was able to see or to be able to have access to information leading me to Chevening Scholarship, where I applied through the struggles and I was among the successful ones, and currently I'm pursuing Masters of Public Health at the University of Warwick in the United Kingdom.
When did you start applying, and can you tell us more about the Chevening Scholarship? Where did you actually hear about it, and what motivated you to apply?
Okay, so actually with the Chevening Scholarship, I've heard about the Chevening Scholarship back in 2020 when I was still doing my undergrad studies. A colleague of mine who won the scholarship, I think in 2019. So I saw the announcement on Facebook about him being honored or being awarded a scholarship. So from there, I developed interest in the Chevening Scholarship, started doing my research about the Chevening Scholarship, and then fast forward, I just made my mind that this is the scholarship I'm going to apply if I graduate from the University of Cape Coast. So I've made my mind, went in and did my research, got to know basics and the requirements to make sure that I've qualified, because in every scholarship you have to make sure that you check the requirement first to make sure that you have qualified before or you are eligible before you even start, so that you won't waste your time gathering documents and at the end of the day you will not be qualified or disqualified based on the eligibility criteria. So actually I heard the thing, or I've got to know about Chevening Scholarship on Facebook through the award of a former mate in the high school. So from there, I built my trust as well as my interest in it and started building research and then connecting with people who were Chevening alumni as well as doing my own research. And finally, after completion, I started applying. So I applied my Chevening scholarship in the year, I started the scholarship in 2022.
2022, around what time?
August 2022.
And is it something that like is being open like annually?
Yeah, it's been open annually. Like every year, there is a time frame or time period to open it, like 3 months for you to apply, submit your application, every requirement before the window closes. So my time, it was from September, October, then November, the door closed. But this year, I think it started from October, November, December. So it's not specific or static. Time changes. I think based on their own understanding of how they do things, they change the time. But my time, I applied in August, and then I think the window closes or the deadline was in November. Yes. So, but this year, I realized that there's a slight change from August. They moved to October, then December is the deadline. So actually, that's it. Every year there is a window that they open the scholarship for applicants, and then there is the deadline where you can apply.
From what I'm picking from what you are sharing with us, your friend actually motivated you to apply because you realized that he applied and got opportunity to come study in UK. So because of that, you also got motivated and started applying. Can you share with us some of the major documents that you started gathering when you decided to, walk this path?
Okay. So before I was talk about that, or before you start gathering any document of your required scholarship, you have to understand the team under which the scholarship runs. Because if you don't understand the team under which the scholarship runs, you won't be able to gather the documents or the right documents to process your application. So basically, Chevening Scholarship is a scholarship awarded by the UK government under the Foreign, Commonwealth, and then Development Organization. So the UK government award this, and its target is that it's just targeting people with the potential of being future leaders, influencers, and decision makers. So this is the team under which the scholarship runs. And this scholarship has been running for the past 40 years.
40 years?
40 years, yes. 40 years the scholarship has been running. So before you even start gathering your documents, you should know what the team, what do they want in you? Because you can't just start gathering documents without even knowing that, oh, this is what they want. So it runs, this is the 40th, we are the 40th cohort of the Chevening Scholarship. I think it started in 1983.
Wow.
Yes, and it runs around, I think, 180 countries. Basically, those countries that were allied with Commonwealth, under the Commonwealth umbrella. So so that's what they do. So the target is, the team it runs is on potential decision makers, potential leaders, and potential influencers. So that's what they are targeting. That's the team of the scholarship. So in applying every scholarship, the one thing I realized is that you have to know the team. You have to know which team is run on, and you ask yourself whether you are qualified or you are cut off for this scholarship first. Then, if you think you are, then that's when it can help you to start gathering your documents. So basically, the Chevening Scholarship run on that team. So because it ran on that team, the requirement from you is that you need to submit, first of all, 4 essays. And these 4 essays are
4 essays.
Yes, 4 essays with 500 word limit, each of them. Yes, so with the 500 word limit, one of the essays requires you to write about your leadership skills. Throughout your life. Tell them about your leadership skills. Tell them to them, first of all, what leadership means to you. Not so when you are writing, you are not just defining leadership. No. So the problem, that's why sometimes I think some people have mistake with Chevening. When they are writing, they just define leadership from no. They want to know from your perspective what leadership means. So you have to write around leadership. Tell them what leadership means to you, your leadership example throughout your life, and then how you're able to leverage your leadership in life. Whether it is, even if you are a class prefect, whatever it is, you are able to leverage it to make a change in your own way.
I want you to practicalize it.
Exactly. And they are not searching for like big leaders, people who are make it in life. No, if that's the thing, then you have achieved it already. They want people who have shown a potential. So even if you are a class prefect, you are through your life or through that process, you're able to make a change in your classroom or your school. That's what Chevening, they want to pick you from the scratch, and then they will not kind of breed you. They will not then you will now reach to the level they want, that you can serve them or serve their purpose, basically. So they don't want people who have achieved it all. No, you don't need to. You just need to make that slight change. So that's one of the essay. Then the other essay asks about your networking. Ask you what networking means to you. Examples of networking you have done before, or you have involved or engaged in life. They don't want to practical. Then you have to tell them how you're able to use that networking to make change, and how, if you get the scholarship, how you're able to use that networking when you get the scholarship to make the change you want or your dreams.
And the networking, you mean like partnership and some collaboration?
Exactly. Yeah. Partnership, and then achieving goals. Partner with other people, and then achieving a specific goal is all what they are looking at in Chevening Scholarship. And then the third scholarship is about your program. You have to tell them your program. Why do you want to study that program? And why do you think that program will help you to achieve your goals in life? And then, in addition to that, why do you want to study in the UK?
Why not US? Why not Canada? Why not Australia? Why UK?
Exactly. So you have to tell them why you want to study in UK first. With the 500 word limit, you have to make sure you tell them why you want to study in the UK. You have to tell them, and you have to choose 3. One thing about Chevening is that you have to choose 3 universities you are interested in applying, and the courses when you're applying. So in the essay, you have to indicate each of the university, why you chose that university, why you chose that program. So we have to talk about the university, the ranking of the university in UK in the world. You have to talk about any professor you think has like a kind of
research interest.
Motivate you, yes, for you to want to study under him. A research that has been done or undergoing that you think has influenced your decision you want to apply there, as well as the program they're applying, how is the ranking in the UK in the world. You have to take all this content when you are writing your essays. So you tell them why UK, why not US, Canada, any other country you want to come to the UK and study. So you now pick each university and tell them the program, why you want the program, why you want that university. So basically that's the third essay. Then the final essay is about your career or future plan or career goals. What is your immediate plan after graduating? What is your medium plan? Then what is your long-term plan or goal after graduating?
And you are writing all this under different themes, just within 500 words.
Yes, just within 500 words. That shows how good you can express yourself within a short interval of time. So basically, that's the requirement. So you have to get these essays, and then you have to also decide on 3 universities and programs you want to choose and indicate them in the application portal. Why I want to study this. These are the requirements you need, or the things you should put at the back of your head when applying for Chevening scholarship. So basically, apart from the other rest of the requirement known in other scholarship, as well as you maybe a copy of your passport and these are the ones or the unique requirements when you're applying for Chevening scholarship.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that. So with that, I think it's going to have a website where you're going to log onto, and you're just going to fill those kind of criteria that you just mentioned, right?
Yes, you need to log into chevening.org. Then you sign, you register, get your own portal information, and everything is there. So you just write your essay, copy and paste in the portal. So when it is more than 500 videos, it will cut it off by itself.
Automatically.
Automatically, it won't take it, or it will take. So that's why you need to summarize and make it as concise as possible to be able to, even if it's more than 500, to take off from the 500 words away.
And who is eligible to apply?
Okay, eligible to apply, at least you have 1 year experience of work. Not basically work. In national service, you are qualified. If you are involved in any voluntary work, you are qualified. Part-time work, you are qualified. So this is one of the things you should be able to exhibit, that you have had some work experience, whether national service, voluntary or part-time. This is one requirement they need. Then the other requirement is that you should have a bachelor's degree in any course. And what I was sharing is that the choice of courses is not limited. You can decide to do any course you want. They don't limit you. Just decide that you want to do this.
So whether STEM or non-STEM, they are okay.
Whether STEM or non-STEM, you are good to go. They just want you to apply and tell them the program you want to do. That's all. Okay. And you must be a citizen of like the Commonwealth countries who are eligible to. We have, I think, 180 something countries under the Commonwealth. So that's one of the requirements. So you have to have, you should have a bachelor's degree. And one funny thing is that basically Chevening doesn't look at your GPA, CGPA.
Really? It doesn't look whether you have second class, lower, or third class?
No, that's not.
You mean those with third class pass can even apply?
They don't care about that one, Professor. They don't care about that one.
First time hearing this.
Yes, Chevening doesn't look at CGPA at all. You have issue with CGPA with maybe the universities, but not the scholarship itself. So what they're interested in is your potential. Show that you have the potential to be a future leader, decision maker, influencer. Even your CGPA, no matter how it is, apply. If you're able to get the admission from because sometimes the CGPA comes, the problems come with the CGPA when you're applying for admissions to the universities, when most of them have a cutoff point of second class lower. That's the problem. But the scholarship itself doesn't have a cutoff point for CGPA. And that's one interesting about Chevening. Everybody can apply irrespective of your CGPA, because it doesn't take into consideration that it's not a criteria to qualify you.
So with that, it means that UK, most of the schools is likely to accept your second class lower. But then,
Yes.
let's say, if you are applying for the Chevening scholarship, do you have to apply separately to the university before you apply for the Chevening scholarship, or you have to do it simultaneously?
Yeah, it's simultaneously. Whilst you are doing this, you are doing that. So you just need to indicate in the portal, application portal, that this is the schools I'm applying and the programs I'm going to do. So the schools application is, and that makes it different from Commonwealth. And sometimes, like, I suggest my friends to go for Commonwealth because Commonwealth is easier sometimes than Chevening. The Commonwealth shared scholarship is better. Like, when it comes to that tedious work, it's kind of a bit better than Chevening, because with that one, you apply the scholarship through the school. So if the school is giving you the scholarship, then the school is giving you admission.
Okay.
If the school is not going to give you the scholarship, the school is not going to give you admission. So your work is done easy. So if you are getting admission, you are getting scholarship. If you are not getting admission, you are not getting scholarship. But with Chevening, no, you need to apply the schools separately and apply the scholarship separately, and just tell them in the portal that this is the school I'm applying and the programs.
Which is a lot of work.
Exactly. So it's a lot of work. So you need to tell them that, and then you now continue. So with the first assessment, they don't care about your school. They just care about your essays. So with the eligibility criteria, these are just the criteria. So just make sure you are under those qualified or eligible countries. Commonwealth.
Okay, Commonwealth
countries. Okay. Yeah, those countries who are allied to the British colony. All those countries with the British colony. Yeah. Don't worry about this CGPA. So, and then at least 1 year work experience, whether voluntary, part-time, national, whatever it is, make sure you have that. And that's the criteria. You have passed through the criteria stage.
Can a WASI certificate holder apply?
No, please. Unless the basic requirement or the minimum requirement is bachelor's degree, first degree. That's it.
Okay.
And then if you have a master's degree, you can. If you have 2-3 masters, you want to apply, you can still apply. It's allowed.
So you can still apply to a PhD or just for masters?
No, that's the masters. Actually, it's a scholarship for masters alone. Yes.
Wow. So fast forward, you gathered your document. Now you got motivated by your friend. You've now seen that you're eligible. You've also searched for the schools you think you can include and the programs and why you think you are interested in all that. You've written all your essays on the website. Like, what are some of the challenges that you faced in terms of you gathering your documents and you applying?
Okay. So I think foremost, researching into your schools to align with your application is very important. This is one of the tedious initial or hurdle I have to overcome, because they want you to look at not just schools that are below the ladder. Look at schools that are prestigious, schools that are high standard, schools that have set the standard for others, and then look at the program they are offering so that you can get their school. But the program they are offering in the world or in UK, the ranking of that program is below par. So you have to now, and you have about thousands of UK schools to search for the programs to align with the scholarship. So this is one of the tedious. So you have to spend a lot of nights filtering, then throwing some in the dustbin and keeping some to be able to now filter those that you think you can focus on. You can leave yourself like maybe 10. So I have to continue, like I did that like a week, filtering, removing some, go through I make sure I go through the school, the website, the program, the website, everything. Bro, it's not that easy. If I feel like it's not meeting what I want, I throw that one away. The move. So that's how I was able to filter. So this is one of. So you need to get time. You need to be someone who has interest to research for your own good. So first of all, that is one of the tasks I have to. And then getting for my mentor to review my work is one of the easy, because the difficult moment, because actually he dedicated all his time for me, but I realized that I had a lot of work to do after every review, because I had all those red pens all over my work. Day in, day out, I have to review my essays and send it back to him. When he sent me essay, I make sure that I send it back within 24 hours back to him to check, because I'm working with time. And time was not at my side too, because I was going to work at that time whilst reviewing the essays. Look, I have friends or colleagues, there's this lady who is also a scholar. That's her second time. She took annual leave, just to prepare for this scholarship. Yes, she took leave because her first time she reached interview, she didn't make it. So this time she decided to take leave to come and then just dedicate all her. That shows you how demanding it is with time. So this is one of the hurdles I had, because I have to be able to economize my time. I have to be able to sacrifice, do this at the same time whilst working. And by then, unfortunately, I was working at the maternity ward, where I go to work morning 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I had only one day off, which is Saturday. So it was difficult for me to be able to manage my time. But I think this was one of the difficult moments. And another difficult moment I had when I was applying for.
Yeah, bro, first you mentioned the school search, which is quite tedious, and second, the mentor who is going to actually guide you. The mentor, is it a mentor that you have to get from UK, let's say the school you're applying to, or someone in Ghana who has applied before and is back home, and that person is actually going to help you out? Can you share more insight on who that mentor is?
Okay, so your mentor specifically should be someone who has been a beneficiary of the Chevening Scholarship and alumni. So if you have an alumni who has been a Chevening scholar, whether the person is in the UK, US, the person can mentor you. You need the knowledge, the experience of that person to guide you, how the person was able to be successful in it. So basically, mentors in Chevening Scholarship are basically alumni or someone who is currently a scholar. So either a scholar or an alumni is good to be a mentor, because they know what it takes to win that scholarship, as well as what the requirements that you need to put in your application and your interview. Well, like I said, I was lucky, and I've been using social media very positively. So basically, like I said, I got to know about Chevening through Facebook. When that my mate won it, that motivates me. So I got to know, I would have known that he has really won Chevening scholarship, because I was we lost touch with each other for a long time. I was not even aware that he has even won a scholarship. And I got to know about it because I saw the announcement on the Chevening page, and his picture was there. I was like, oh, this guy, this is my mate in senior high school. So I connected with him and I talked to him, and he said, oh, okay, this is the requirement, you can do it, just do this. And I said, okay, I'm still in school doing my undergrad, so probably when I'm done, I will give it a try. And he said, okay. Going forward, when I was getting all these documents, I was not searching for a mentor, because that my friend was doing peace, masters too by then. So I didn't want to. It's very tedious in the UK, studying in the UK. Yeah. So I didn't want to be on his neck, disturbing him. So I decided to give him time and give him space, because I knew that he may try to help. He would say no because of the relationship we had. Yeah. But it might not be at his advantage. So I realized that let me just search. So I was Facebook. Then I saw one NGO organization called Impact 8 Africa. And they were talking about mentoring scholars, different Commonwealth, Erasmus Mundus, Chevening. I was like, wow, this is what I should follow. So I followed, send email to the website, and they replied me. They gave me a Google Doc to fill, my subject area, my undergrad, which year, my experience, to make sure that I've meet the eligibility criteria. After that, they recruit me. Then from there, so what they do is that they put you under different mentors based on your fault. So those under education, different. Those under media, different. Those under health. So that's how they did it. So that everybody will have a mentor who is an alumni of Chevening and in that fault. Wow. So basically, that's how I was able. So I was put under that mentor just through that information I picked on from Facebook. So that's why I was lucky. I leveraged social media very well to achieve all this, because I never knew anybody physically apart from that my friend who has been an alumni of Chevening. So actually that's how I got my mentor.
Then I think those watching can pick a key fact that they should use their social media handles positively, and especially based on the Chevening scholarship, if you're going to need a mentor who is going to critique your work, then you're going to sign up for the website or the page that you mentioned, and also make sure that you reach out to people who have already benefited from this scholarship so that these people can actually help you in this field. So what other challenges did you face when you were gathering your documents?
Economizing of my time is also an issue.
Another challenge. Okay.
Yes, economizing is an issue. And then another issue is even Chevening is our genuine creativity.
Yeah.
Yes. So how to sit and be creative in your essays and generate your own original work without having a glimpse. I never had a glimpse of any alumni's essay before I started drafting my essays. So I at some point I didn't know where to start. I was like, okay, so your mentor will just give you the framework, they tell the overview. This is it. So I was like, okay, this is it. Let me start like a kindergarten or a class 1 person. Whilst I'm sending it to him, he'll be reviewing it and then I'll be building up on it. So this is one of the difficult moments I had because I have to now sit down and try being creative, try generating for my documents. It's kind of, yes. And another issue I really don't want to talk about sometimes is getting a recommendation.
A recommendation letter from your professors?
Yes, it's a requirement when you apply, you should submit at least 2 recommendations.
I know.
A big hurdle I have to go to. Seriously, our university lecturers and professors are not helping us. It's one of the things I will never forget in my life here when I needed some people the most and they abandon you on the boat and then you have to be on your own and sail.
They disappointed you, your own professors who taught you.
Yes. I personally, because what I needed was 2 recommendation, one from work, one from academia. So the work, my boss knew me, so he knew. So I was already ushered with him. When I told him, he prepared one for me. I submitted uploaded on the portal of the scholarship page. Then he now left with academia. And I felt like the one who knows me better would be my project work supervisor. Because yes, I did my project work under that person and I had a better grade in my project. It's not that I've performed badly. I had a better grade. I had A in that project work. So I feel like she knows me better. I've worked with her for some time. So getting a recommendation from her is going to be easier as other lecturers who just teach me in class. I sent email telling her. So what I did was I sent her email, gave her a summary of the scholarship and what it entails and the requirement. And I just went, I told her that. So I had the work recommendation, now left with academia. No response for a week. So I sent a WhatsApp message again, follow up to see if probably she doesn't check her email, so probably she might not be able to see it. It marks blue, but still no reply. So I waited a week again and I sent another SMS. This one it was SMS to her, probably to see if it will remind her. Fast forward in a week, almost going to a month, I'm not getting anything from my lecturer. So I called one night. I don't want to call her day when she's in the class or work. She didn't pick. She never bothered to call him back. Until date, I never heard from her.
So you don't know if today is the time that she's actually going to respond to those calls. And
I don't know whether it's today, tomorrow, next week she will reply. Actual, I don't know. She could have just tell me straightforward that Adam, I won't do this. I'm not going to do it for you, and I will rest and stop stressing myself and follow other people to do it. But the fact that she was silent, I thought
you.
Yes, the person is going to do it. So I feel like they will do it. I thought that silent means consent, but not knowing that they were just ghosting me, not going to do. And so finally, I had to contact another professor in the department who I had a good relationship with, and I used to respect a lot and work along with. So he decided to hop in and then give me the recommendation, as well as even hopped in for me when some of the universities were asking me to refer them to a professor in my department to confirm that I really graduated in that school and in that department. In PDS, this big, one of the top career universities in UK here, Imperial College, London. Before I had my admission there, they told me that, first of all, they have to confirm my certificate You don't need to pay anything actually. They have an online, you can put those things and it will confirm whether you completed the university or not. They get in touch with the administration, confirm your certificate and everything free, and give feedback to the school that you actually graduated there. Then after that, they say, okay, they have to confirm that from a professor. So I have to go in for the professor. The professor hopped in, write back to them and tell them, yes, I really completed that university and I was in that department. It was actually a for me when I was getting my documents as well as requirements, professor.
Oh, okay. So it means your project supervisor actually disappointed you with recommendation, and a different lecturer at the department actually recommended you.
Exactly. So try to build a relationship with not only people you are closer to, because there are sometimes there are those who disappoint you most. If you are in school or you have lecture, just make sure you get closer. That's why I was talking about networking. It's very important. Just get closer to those people. When the need arises, probably those you need most are those who will let you down, and those you don't think will be there for you are those that will be there for you.
Yeah, that is very true. I think during my time in 2022, I was proactive enough to tell the people that I felt could recommend me. Like I told them almost 5 months before I even started my application. And when it got to the time for them to even recommend me, some of them were not willing to recommend me, though I had told them like 5 months earlier and been proactive about they being my recommenders. And I think it was really, really difficult and challenging for me. We'll find time and talk about recommendation letters and how it is difficult, how we suffer to get recommendation letters from our lecturers. And I really don't understand. And these are some people that we even had a rapport with, and you reach out to them and you don't even hear from them. So I think we're going to spend time and talk about that in a different video. So after you were able to get a recommendation, what was the next step?
Okay, so after getting everything, I just uploaded they need a recommendation. You need to give them 3 universities and courses you're applying, as well as the essays. These are the initial things they will need to assess your application. So I submitted, like I said, no, the essays, it was not done within a day. I think I submitted my essay about a day before the deadline because of the reviewing from my mentor. Because if I'm not lying, he has reviewed the work more than 10 times. Yes, before I'm able to be sure that I have the chance, which is to me slight chance, because Chevening is a scholarship that like people have applied several times before getting. I know of somebody who applied for the 8th time before getting it.
Was this your first time?
This was my first time.
So first and last attempt.
My first and last attempt. So I was actually afraid. I was scared that I don't stand a chance, but I'm just giving it a try, even though I'm putting all my best.
Oh, then you are lucky then.
That's what I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky. God has just divined that it's bound to happen.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
In the midst of these people that are applying and they are getting, and you are coming in for the first time, you are getting it. It's just by the divine intervention. That's what I can say. So actually, after getting all this and the essay, everything, I uploaded it, and then I think the deadline. So I was now relaxed a bit, hoping that. And one thing about Chevening, I was telling you the difference is with Commonwealth. I like Commonwealth sometimes. With Commonwealth, when you submitted these essays, you are relaxed. The next thing you are waiting for is for your scholarship to come.
Yeah.
But with Chevening, when you apply, you are not starting off interview.
But before like the interview stage, what's the duration after you are done submitting your application, or after you're done with the submission? Which duration are you given? Okay,
so actually the process that goes through is that when you apply and submit, because you are a lot, and this scholarship screening assessment is not being done by your country. It's being done by the UK government in UK here. Yes, so it's not like your country embassy, no. So whatever you are putting online is going to those here who are going to have access to it, not those at the UK embassy. So what that means is that when you submit, just like how WAEC has a room they sit to read scripts and mark and give marks.
Yeah.
They also have a full house just for marking those, built especially for only that one alone. A full house. So they recruit specialists in every field: health, education, media, all the fields of academia. And they segregate everybody's essays. Then these people will sit for a number of weeks. Do thorough plagiarism assessments, do real plagiarism assessment itself, AI, check whether you have AI. Then before, they will now read through it. And after reading it, they are giving you your marks. So everybody will be awarded the marks. After the marks, then they will rank you from the first to the last. In Ghana, our year, the year applied as last year, were 5,000 plus applicants.
5,000 applicants.
5,000 applicants plus. The whole world, it was 75,000 plus.
The whole world, the
whole world applicants. And they want only 33% out of this, and 750,000 applicants.
So after they came with the 5,000, out of the 5,000, how many do they want?
That will now be decided by the UK embassy. So when they, like I said, even the reading committee sit in UK here, the independent committee, they read, they mark everybody's script, and mark every individual according to their marks, from number 1 to number 500 and something, whatever you are. Then they will send a list to the UK embassy. And the UK embassy was, okay, this year, this is the amount of fund we have for the scholarship for Ghanaians. So we are picking only maybe 20.
From
so
Ghana.
If we are picking, yes, from Ghana, out of the ranking, 5,000, we are picking only 20. So we are picking 20. In order to pick the best, we'll pick the first 60 for interview.
That's really competitive.
Yes, that's why it's being considered as a prestigious and highly competitive. Then they will count from 1 to 60. So if you are lucky, that's why sometimes prayers and luck need to come in. You can be the 60th person and you will just be added among the. You even be funny now, you be the 60th person, they add you, then you can't be the first person to even get their scholarship. So they will count out to the 60th person and cut off. The rest of you have not qualified for the next, the first 60, they will send them email that you are qualified for interview. So like I said, we will apply in October, and the deadline ended in November, I think 1st of November. Then by February, our interview results were in.
So before the results come, will you be notified that you've qualified for the first stage where the UK officials are actually going to grade you? And, after the grading, are they going to notify you that you've qualified for the first stage? That before then you are notified that you are now going to be prepped for an interview stage?
No, they won't notify anything. When they finish their work, they just submit the list to the UK embassy. UK embassy will now decide the number of people who are qualified for the next stage based on the cut-off point. So it is when they do that, they now send you email that you are qualified for interview. So when they grade, they don't tell you your grade, what you get, whether you qualify. That one, the reading committee don't have the power to do that. They just mark and grade and send the list. Then the embassy will now decide the number of people they want to invite for an interview. Out of the 5,000, which number will they want for interview before they will decide on their final number. Then they will now pick you, then they'll send you email. We are happy that your application has been moved to the next stage, which is the interview, blah, 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 blah. Then that's it.
This is a very interesting. Professor, I want you to end here. We're going to continue this interview.